Okay, let's quickly talk about possible paths that you can encounter during your cybersecurity career. Now, this is not to confuse with cybersecurity job roles or positions that we will discuss in details in some future lecture. We will just mention most common paths that you should be familiar with. Now, most of the people I know that became security experts actually started in some entry-level IT positions such as help desk technician or basic level network administrator. Of course, this is not always the case, but usually it's how we start off in our journey. Once we get to exploring cybersecurity paths, we encounter these broad divisions. First, we have people called security engineers. Security engineers' main focus is to implement defense strategies into various types of systems. Similar to this is something called security architect. For this type of work, usually networking and system administration skills are something that are important. Besides system engineers, another common path is to become an incident responder. As an incident responder, your main goal is to monitor company's network and devices, and also to be able to stop the breach as soon as it happens. And a security breach is simply a company's data or company's devices getting compromised. And just so you know, even most secure platforms sometimes get a security breach, and it isn't that uncommon nowadays. Besides this, companies usually also have security consultants. Security consultants' job is to usually enhance the company's security by providing recommendations in how to strengthen different security measures. Usually knowledge of threat management, penetration testing, and knowledge of different types of systems such as operating systems is always welcome with this position. And perhaps the most interesting path that you can take, and no, I'm not saying this because I chose this one when I started, is the path of ethical hacking or penetration testing. This position is interesting because here we take a part of the intruder or the attacker in order to discover as much vulnerabilities as we can. This will then allow the company to see their weakest points and patch any vulnerabilities that they might have. For this position, good knowledge of networking, penetration testing tools, and scripting is needed. Now, these positions that we just talked about are just some of the paths that you can take. There are many others out there, and don't worry, we will talk about all of them later. Also keep in mind that if you choose one path, it doesn't mean that you can't participate or work in a different role. For example, someone doing penetration testing can also participate in incident responding, for example. A lot of cybersecurity paths and roles have many things in common. Nonetheless, let's not make this any longer. We will discuss everything in the next section where we will talk about basics of cybersecurity.